bum, ba, na, 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 na. Bum, bum, ba, na, 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 na. Bum, ba, na, 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 na. Ba, bum, ba, na, 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 na. Bum, ba. Happy New Year's, fellow citizens of the world. Let me check the comments here. Happy New Year's, Jeff Kane. Happy New Year, Darlene. Welcome, welcome to another witching hour. This one entitled Changes. This is my 75-gallon tank. There's a little bit you can't see. The fish are taking advantage of being able to be off camera just a little bit. But this is my 75-gallon tank. I've got a FX6 working on this. We've got fluval stratum on the bottom for no reason. This tank is closer to 5 years old than it is 2 years old, so we're doing good. The ghost wood has completely grown over with different forms of algae. The goldfish do pick at it, so they are manicuring it in a way. I believe they're helping to keep it short. And I bought that for $20 at Aquashella. I want to say it was the one that was on Halloween. But I sure do love that piece of wood, and it's lasted a very, very long time. So yes, they're definitely showing off. I've got some questions about little Cleo, who's center and hiding behind the wood back there, listing a little bit to the right. Happy New Year. But we've been kind of flashing, doing some tight loops. We've been bolting and knocking ourselves out on the top of the tank and then laying on our side for a second till we wake up. Not sure what's going on with that guy. Got a couple of theories. One of the reasons we're watching this tank tonight is, other than the fact that it's my biggest tank and the one that's in my living room, one of two in my living room, maybe we can see this behavior. I've seen it once since I've gotten up at 9. But yeah, there's something wrong with this guy. And I'm not sure whether it's internal or external. I don't see anything other than a bump on his head, obviously, externally. But this fish was a carnival fish and raised in the suburbs of Houston as such for a long time before I got it a 20-gallon long for my sister. And then kind of a rough carnival fish life, I think. So definitely stunted. She's smaller than Phineas even, and Phineas is stunted because if you look at the size of Junior, like Phineas is 2 years older than Junior, the largest fish I have here. And Junior was born on a plant in a 20-gallon. And then as soon as he started eating plants in the 20-gallon, he got moved up here with the big fish and got along swimmingly and quickly became the biggest fish in the tank. So can you guys hear me? That is a question. That probably should have been asked a little bit earlier, but I kind of roll off the cuff. I may have like some points written down, like so that I don't forget to talk about something. But oh, thank you, Jeff. So I don't say that tight little loop there. He's irritated. Little Cleo is irritated. I don't know why. But I'm thinking that because the fish is stunted, now that it's been eating well at my house, it's like putting on weight, but there's no body to put it in. So is it internal problems? And then like having digestive problems or something, and then getting a sharp pain and running. Or whether we might have something like flukes in the gills or something like that, something that I can't see yet on the fish, and just needs that. But I'm thinking about putting him in a 10-gallon with for medicating purposes, and making sure there's a lid on that, obviously, and there's nothing in that tank for him to run into, and possibly treating this fish. So might just start with the external parasites first, and then if that doesn't solve it, go through the rest of the med trio, right? But I would hate to lose this fish because I took it in from my nieces. So that would be bad if their fish didn't make it. Hello, Fish Fam Link. Hello, Cora Works. Good to see everybody. Ooh. Let's see here. See if I can't figure this out. Hello, everybody. So, yeah. I went to my in-laws for for New Year's. Drove back today. Been on a day schedule. Took a nap and woke up at 9. Called my mom, who I did not call and wish a happy New Year yet. So I was not scolded because I made it in by the deadline. So life is good there. My face looks red and splotchy right now. I don't know. Might just be embarrassment in front of the camera. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking a little red here. Maybe it's the blue shirt. Then my skin looks extra pink. I'm not sure. But it's good to see everyone. And this year, going to look very similar to last year. Hopefully different. You know what I mean? A little bit. But the fish room keeps going. So how many times do you have to miss changing water every week in your tanks, therefore getting it every like 2 weeks before you just say that you change your water every 2 weeks? Because I'm a weekly water changes guy, but I have not been delivering for months now. So you know what I mean? Like, should I just call it? Should I just say that I change the water in my tanks every 2 weeks? Things I think about in the middle of the night, folks. Eric Rock, thank you for lurking while passing out. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. I'm well rested. Like I said, I just woke up. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm talking with you guys. It's been a whirlwind. Hey, it was better. It was way better than it could have been. You know what I mean? So I'm happy with the holidays and stuff like that. I'm glad they're done. Ready to get back to normal, hiding out in my garage, or going to work, or going to the gas station. Maybe the post office. Only thing on my list for the post office is to mail toffee to our Christmas giveaway winner, June, only Oscars. Cheers, girl. It turns out we will be making another batch. So a good toffee year. I want to say that would be 3 batches of toffee given out this year. And I think we may have gone as high as 5 in the past. So Jeff says it really depends on the tank for me. Some are daily, some are monthly. The important part is changing it when it actually needs to be. Yeah, that is true. I was just into getting the nitrates down and stuff like that by changing water every week, and you can't hurt your fish by changing water 20-30% every week. Like, that's not going to hurt my fish. I don't believe I've had a fish that didn't make acclimation, or a fish that died early in my tanks may have done better with more or less water changes. So like, I could have had a finicky one, but currently living in my fish room, like, they pretty much roll with whatever's going on. But there's a lot of endlers and a lot of guppies, a lot of bristlenose. You know what I mean? Like, hardy fish. But yeah. I mean, like, Jeff, I assume that I have enough because I'm pulling out so much duckweed, like, every week. So here's something fun. This is duckweed collected. So this is about how much per week. And this is now a week old. It doesn't smell, but I bet if I took the crust off of the top of this, it'd be pretty disgusting. So, yeah, I'm excited to do all the things I talked about last year at this time that I was going to do last year. You know what I mean? But now we're just going to put another sticker over it, call it 2020 goals for 2025. Happy 2025, Zen Ginger. I'd love to see you this year. Maybe you'll come by the ALA in San Antonio. I've added it to my list and I haven't taken one off. So I may be trying to do 3 fish events this year. But with the ALA coming to San Antonio, an hour away from where I live, that's not something that I want to miss. And it'll be an opportunity for me to meet Mexicali, who has actually traveled to town, but I was on the clock, so it didn't end up working out. Only Oscars. Procrastination is also my thing. I believe we're part of the same secret society of procrastinators. And the surprising thing about the procrastinators is it's been around for, I don't know how long. I mean, it could be 50 years, it could be 100 years, but a meeting has never been set. They keep putting it off. So I'm also a procrastinator, and I don't know. I mean, I would be excited about the first meeting of the Procrastinators Club, but I probably won't go. Kalish, hello. GRB, all the way from Australia. The internets are still working, folks. We've got full coverage. We have confirmation from the other side of the earth. Congratulations, everybody. There we go. My earbuds, I didn't even try to connect them to the computer this week because I was on the phone with my mother, and I had to stop using them while I was on the phone with my mother because the battery was low in them. And because they want, I guess, accurate data as to how much you use them, the fact that it changed from 2024 to 2025, I had to delete the device off of my Bluetooth list on all of my devices so far, and then get it to recognize it so that then I could choose it again. Like, we have to delete the old one and put the new one in there, and I'm fairly certain it is just for data purposes. And with that, I am annoyed. JBL, suck it. Linda Worth, welcome. Redneck Aquatics, Mr. Stan Pittman. You changed your name to Redneck Aquatics. I like it. Personally, I like it. I think that's great. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Lake Missoula, Mr. Ben Sharp. Good to see you, sir. Welcome in. This is good. Let me scroll up and make sure that I'm not missing anybody. It seemed like a lot of people came all at once. Well, let me use it as a button. There we go. That's weird. Darlene has been here. Welcome again. And Kalish, good to see everybody. Joy of Fish Keeping, welcome in. I love your tank, sir. I have shown my wife several times, and one of the times that I showed her out of 5, she was interested. So congratulations, sir. You're like tied with me as far as being interested in fish. So good job. Jesse's Just One More Fish says, what did he say? The meeting is pending. Yes, June. Like Missoula says hello. Internet works here if I keep pedaling my exercise bike. Very nice, GRB. I know that you guys are very practical and like get things done over there. Very DIY culture. You know what I mean? Like you're not waiting to buy some new device that's going to solve all your problems. You know what I mean? You guys are working with what you got sometimes and making it work. that's kind of the way that I'm doing it over here, but I'm doing it out of spite. The economy is going to continue to like work me around. I will participate as little as possible. How about that? So that is my continued stance throughout from 2024 going into 2025. It's like I'm only going to buy it if I absolutely need it. Jesse is just one more fish. I came to the class this year. Yes, I did. That's the one I was looking for that scrolled by fast. Amisa, GRB, Stan, Linda, SC, June. Oh my goodness, so many people. Only Oscars, keep lurking, girl. Your toffee isn't in the mail yet, but I'm making a new batch for you, so it's going to be great. Collaboration of Curiosity is welcome in. Hello, Garage Aquatics. Jeff Pelhams. Hello, my name is Jeff. Junior bucket should be shipped shortly. Oh my goodness. Jeff Kane. June was winning over there too. That girl and her winning. I don't know how she does it, but a lucky lady for sure. She's got luck on her side, ladies and gentlemen. So if it starts threatening like thunder and lightning and stuff like that, stand near June, you'll be fine. That's right. I did borrow your scissors. Thank you. You want to know what? I wouldn't have been able to hand out stickers without those scissors. I would have kept looking for scissors, but you let me borrow scissors. And Jesse, you did a wonderful job of setting things up for that fish show. I don't know. I feel like you were setting up more than just a fish show. Like you were the platform guy. I think that's great. You were in there working. You had tools. That's why I walked up to you in the first place. I was like, this guy's got tools. Like, look at all the tools this guy has. You know what I mean? I was like, he's going to have some scissors. And hey, and I did bring them back. My drinking was under better control at the Clash this year than the previous year. And I'd like to think that I made more memories that I'm going to continue to remember. I talked to a couple of people at Aqua Show, and I was like, yeah, man, I recognize your face. I know we talked about stuff. I can't tell you what, though. Jesse still has my sticker. That's what I'm talking about. I got a new Yeti for Christmas this year. It is navy blue, and I have already adorned it with my sticker. So, new local Austin in the house. I upgraded all my daily gear for work, so I have a new thermos that doesn't have a dent in the freaking top of it, and I got a new backpack that I carry all my stuff to work in, carry my lunch and all that stuff. So upgrade. So yeah, that was a big part of my Christmas. I enjoyed it. Got a pair of brown corduroy pants that are super wide leg. I'm looking forward to wearing those at fish events. They feel like festival pants. They could almost be pajama pants. You know what I mean? So they're like big, what I'd say a quarter of an inch thick bands on the corduroy. But yeah, chocolate pants. I got myself a fuzzy button-up hoodie that it looks like teddy bear fur. Love it. It's a little too warm, but that's perfect because I can wear it on cold days in Texas over a t-shirt, and then I can be in a t-shirt inside where it's in the 70s, you know what I mean? And then when I'm outside, it can like warm me. So pretty nice. And then Jeff is asking, Jose, where you been? SC Catahoula says, I love backpacks and have too many. Only Oscars didn't exchange gifts this year. We watched the sunset together. That was nice. Yeah, we didn't exchange gifts per se with my in-laws. Of course, we got my niece something, but my wife was able to talk to my sister and brother-in-law and be like, "Hey, man, why?" And they were like, "You know what? Yes." So yeah, I agree. Jeff Pelham, the Clash is a great spot for meeting up with fellow fish people that we see in chat and stuff like that. Like, I never got a solid number on it. I'm sure it's somewhere, but like, I didn't see and talk to everybody there this year. And like, so like a couple times that, oh, you were there? Yeah, I was there. Just I saw you, but I never made it over. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, lots of opportunity to meet people in the chat and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. Yeah, if there was one that you were going to and you were, I mean, it's great. It's great on all counts. But I was way more impressed with the. I always say this. I was way more impressed with the fish show than I thought I would be, because I was actually able to see like live in a tank um, different fish species and stuff like that. And for me, I was able to check a lot of them off my list because like I've seen videos on them, I've heard about them, I've seen them on YouTube, but I haven't actually seen them in a pet store. You know what I mean? Or anywhere else, and I don't have them. So, it was cool to check those off my list. And then the vendor room was full, a lot of variety, a lot of house plants this year, which was really cool. Yeah, no, it was super neat. And yeah, uh, I was following Lake to Land around and was sitting at Lake to Land's booth, and I got an in-depth look at like all of the different products that she has for her table, and I got like real into the different fish food that she was making and stuff like that, checking it out. Yeah, Stan, it is crazy expensive from East Texas. So because from here it is also expensive, and the fact that I fly in, then get myself out there, like it kind of limits what I'm going to be able to take back. I still spent plenty of money, not all the money. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed of how much I spent or anything like that. It spent plenty of money and brought things back. But I brought back like hard items. Like I brought back a shrimp brick, that portrait tank from Wild Fish Tanks. Um, the little collector box that's made out of acrylic. I bought one of those too. So I brought back hard items. Yeah, no plants or fish. Hello, Elfish. Welcome, welcome. Jesse's here. Just one more fish. Welcome in. Yeah, it was a really good time. But yeah, you're right. It is expensive. But if you're gonna be staying in the hotel and stuff like that, like Dallas was almost as expensive because of the hotel price in Dallas. That hotel is super special. The Renaissance. But yeah, it's expensive to travel. But it was a nice congregation of fish tubers or whatever we want to call ourselves. So yeah, I do really like that. But the ALA is in San Antonio this year, so do know that. And there's going to be fish people at that one as well. I know Mexicali is coming, and then I know that he's been talking about it, and Vibes has been talking about it a lot. So there's other people that have been mentioned that are going to be there, and I can't remember who they all are, but I think that I'm having trouble thinking right now, of course. Camera, wipe my brain. Is it the camera? Is it my brain? Right, but when I tell you that $200 a night not being a bargain, it was a bargain compared to the Renaissance. I will say the Renaissance Hotel was a lot nicer than the Holiday Inn. I will say that. I don't think that the Renaissance ever compares itself to the Holiday Inn. I'm pretty sure. But I mean, hey, yeah, I save up to go to the events, and I've got it set so that I go to 2. But I don't see my niece letting go of going with her uncle to Aquashella because I bought her a crested gecko last year. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fun time. So, by the way, saw the gecko, still alive, still looking like $1 million. I talked to them about it, and it's a looking lizard, not a handling lizard, and I thought that was pretty cool because he's pretty quick, from what I understand, and his movements are very fast. So, and I was like, yeah, and now, you know what I mean, like that you haven't handled him for all this time, you know what I mean, like it's going to take a lot to get to handling him again. It can be done, but the question is, do you really want that? You know what I mean? Like, will the lizard be all right without being handled? I want to say yes. So, joy of fish keeping. Good night. Get some rest. We got a long year ahead of us, folks. Strange weather. Just keep doing your thing. I figure if I just stay in here in the fish room and don't go anywhere, this year should look a lot like last year. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be too bad. If the internet's up, I'll still be streaming on Wednesdays at 11. If not, I'll try to at least make a community post. Night, June. Oh wait, no. June was saying good night to Jose. I was like, June's going to bed. I was like, June's not going to bed. There's no way. JP. All things fish up in here. But yeah, so yeah, I might be sliding 3 in, and we'll just deal with the consequences. And I think I might take a trip out to New Mexico or to the desert anyway this year. Been trying to travel with my wife, and she likes to be at home. So therefore, we only travel to like go see family and stuff like that. So that might be tied up in some of the, I don't really feel like traveling, you know what I mean? But yeah, but we're trying to do something. And I told her that I want to see different biomes, and I want to chill and stare at the desert. I've been to the coast a lot. I've seen the Gulf of Mexico, you know what I mean? I've seen some nice beaches too outside of Texas and stuff like that in my life. I've done the beach a lot. You know what I mean? But like, haven't done the desert, haven't done the mountains, haven't done. Well, I went to Hawaii, so I guess I have done like the tropical thing as well. Although most of the time was spent on the beach. But I want to do like different biomes and places and stuff like that. And I was like, and with that like wide open of a thing, whatever my wife would like to do on vacation, whether it's a spa or she wants to go see art or whatever it is, I was like, we should be able to fold that into the desert or the mountains or something. You know what I mean? And do that. And I think that would be fun. We haven't done that in years. Like been on a vacation, just the two of us. So I've got that planned for this year as well. So exciting times. Hi, Boots Cats. Welcome in. Sweet Acres up in here. Yeah, Skull was going to definitely be there. So if you talk to Skull or Eddie or Mexicali, they can like help you they can help you with like the current list of who's going. I think because they've been talking about it a whole lot, and I'm just not a good relayer of information sometimes. But yeah, we're watching the goldfish. Oh my goodness, look at that. I did it again. I remembered how to do it. My name's Jeff. Jeff P and David L keep me up late. They mess with my beauty sleep. Yeah, no, it's true, buddy. It's true, but Jeff was showing your tanks one night, and I was all about it. You know what I mean? Like I really enjoyed seeing your tanks; those are so beautiful. I would like my tanks to be more than the green, overgrown mess that they are. So we'll do that, like tank by tank. You know what I mean? And when I do something to make a tank look nice, that'll be the one that we watch that week. So maybe you guys will see more than 4 tanks. So yeah, be looking for improvements to the show, everybody. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I did. I was treated better than I deserve. So you know what I mean. We'll let that roll. You know what I mean, and like keep this good luck going into the New Year's. I am. As far as the eating things for luck thing goes for New Year's, no cabbage for me today. No black-eyed peas. So luck and wealth. You know what I mean? I didn't do any boosters. We're just gonna raw dog the year. You know what I mean? Just fool around, find out, see what happens. Yeah, Stan, late night streams. But I mean, like, if you have like downtime in the fish room and stuff like that, like, hopefully I can entertain from time to time. You know what I mean? Like, you can turn me on the replay. I think I have it set up so that the chat is in there so that you can see who said what. If not, somebody let me know and I'll try and click the right thing so that happens. Yeah, I'm worried about Cleo. I think I'm going to separate her tonight. I've got a tank with nothing in it so I can medicate her. Well, I mean, it's got snails in it. What doesn't? And churritos. Those are pretty good. GRB, you got Taco Bell in Australia? Hey, GRB, it's not Mexican food. It's Taco Bell. But yeah, I'm sure the meat ships in the box just fine. Over to you guys. Hopefully I have swordtails for the spring auctions. Well, I mean, I got there's another generation growing up right now. So we're doing great. Yeah, the only thing on my list is June's thing, and then Jeff Kane wanted some swordtails, and I'll get him some. When the winter lets up. You know what I mean? When the timing is better. I think he has some special things on his end as far as like getting that last mile with the fish and stuff like that. And it's just not a safe situation for when things get delivered. So we'll get it set up in the new year. Everything that I sent made it. I had minimal problems this year with shipping. Knock on something. And I hope to be doing well in the future. I'd like to think that a lot of rookie mistakes I'm not making because I attended Dan's lecture on shipping fish and how to seal bags and stuff like that, and the theory behind. See, there he goes. Look what is that, guys? Like, is there something wrong with his head? I mean, like, he's bumped his head like a bunch. He's been bolting, and like he's got a lump on the top of his skull. And when he knocks himself out, he lays on his side for a second and then wakes up again. Like, what is that? What's wrong with you? Yeah, Boots Cats, but like nobody is bothering him. So like it's not I can't figure out whether it's an external parasite, whether his organs are growing and his body's too freaking small, so then therefore he's having problems. I haven't sat after the feeding and sat and watched this fish to see whether it's pooping. That is one more assessment that I can try to make. The FX6 does a good job of pushing it all behind the plants or sucking it up. Could be neurological. That's the other thing, Jeff. I'm like, is this fish suicidal? But yeah, I'm thinking about medicating merely because the fish definitely looks vibrant enough, you know what I mean, to where it could take some medication and it wouldn't be stressing the fish too hard. But yeah, I feel like I need to do something. I noticed this like the week leading up in between Christmas and now, because he makes quite a bit of noise when he hits the lid of the tank. And Angie has noticed it as well. So we're just trying to figure out what's going on with this guy. And that's my niece's fish, so that comes with its own emotional weight. Thank you, Sweet Acres Koi Farm, for going back and watching that again. I just don't have a lot of experience. I haven't medicated very many fish just because, like, I don't know what I err on the side of like not medicating. Have I lost some fish? Sure. You know what I mean? I haven't lost a whole tank necessarily. I lost 3, not gourami, but paradise fish, same family. I lost 3 of them, and I don't know why, but they didn't thrive in there. And I feel like they went like too young, but I'm not sure how old they were when I bought them. You know what I mean? So like I'm not sure. And
hill stream loaches. I still had one hang on for a very long time, so I want to say that I had those like 3 years, 4 years, so like maybe, but they might need to. I don't know. There's a couple species I've worked with, and then there's that did all right for a while and then went away. I feel like maybe shorter. There you go, June. I use meds if it's obvious they have something. Yeah, that is one of the things. Like, I don't have enough experience to know if it's something. I mean, like, I have nursing experience, so therefore, you know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like, in theory, you know what I mean? And I should see something on the outside of the fish if it's on the outside of the fish, but I've never had any spots like show up on fish or anything like that. I've had like weird pimples on my goldfish, and like watched and kept an eye on it, and it like went away, and I don't know whether it just got poked, you know what I mean, like on something, or like what happened, but like it's always like I've always like monitored things and like it's gone away. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna isolate her, and here, this is the tank. So I've got a tank with nothing in it, definitely seasoned. Definitely got some snails in there. Got some plants, but it doesn't have any hardscape really. I can take that pipe out of there. So I think that's where I'll put her. And I have on that shelf right there, I have more of the greenhouse wall polycarbonate, whatever. I can make a lid that fits, and I'll put something heavy on top of it since we're bumping the lid. Yeah, an internal parasite or ick. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that this little gal from the carnival may need deworming and probably possibly has never been dewormed. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I worry. So yeah, I might do that. Okay, Sweet Acres Koi Farm says has some sort of parasite, flukes or trick. Just do a PP treatment and you can get meds for either. If you have a microscope, the circle ones are a trick. The long wiggly ones are flukes. Okay. So if he has parasites, can we just assume that the other ones might be fighting it off better than him? Should I consider treating the whole tank? I mean, I know it's 75 gallons and that's much more expensive, but also all my meds have an expiration date on them, and I bought the Med Trio. I need to check the expiration dates. You know what I mean? Like, I might have something that's getting ready to go out of date. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't necessarily need to hold on to all my medicine. I haven't used very much medicine, to be honest. Hello, Caleb. Good to see you, bud. Caleb, my niece Anna asked me about you. Was wondering about what was up with you, and I told her that you were in college, and there we go again. So yeah, that is flashing, and that is what your fish looks like when it's got a external parasite, right? So that's a good guess. Sweet Koi Acres Farm. And what is a PP? But yeah, Caleb, Anna and I were talking about you on New Year's Eve. I told her that you were in college, and college might have gotten in the way of your live streaming, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you're able to do all the things that you do, you're far more organized than I was at your age. So keep it up. You know what I mean? Like good job, you go get her. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, man, welcome in. Still alive, senior in high school. Okay, high school, same thing. Busy doing senior things. Yeah, senior year you end up with like a bunch of extra projects and stuff like that. So yeah, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine if you're away for a little while, Caleb. You're young, live your life. I did it all without YouTube. You know what I mean? So it can be done. You're not messing up. I think that that's great. I told her you were in college already, so I lied. My bad. Huh. Sorry, Joy of Fish Keeping. George RB3. Welcome in. You guys watch this tank for just a second. I'll be right back. 1 minute. I did get a Christmas gift from my in-laws that is good for me. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Otherwise, I'll have it next week. We always got next week, right, guys? Hang on. Nope, I can't find it. Could be worse. Oh, potassium permanganate. Yes, I do have some of that. Thank you. A tomorrow type of go-getter. That's the type of go-getter we need. Add an air stone too. Extra oxygenation is a good idea when medicating. The bubbles can be good for the itchiness. Yes. Yes, GRB. Okay. Yeah, man. I will definitely try some of the Stress Coat Plus. I'll add that to their water changes in the 75-gallon. Good night for real this time, Joy of Fish Keeping. Thank you for being here. Hey, I love your tanks, and I'd love to talk to you about them anytime. So, yeah, man, consider me interested in your hobby, bro. So you have a good night. We got all year, no stress. So yeah, man, happy New Year's, y'all. I enjoy these chats. I get a little lazy, a little crazy, but I stay grounded by having a job. So I'm not totally losing all of my social capability, which is good. But I keep myself in a situation where I am isolated, which gives me gives me time to think, and I'm not the person that would sit around and think. So I find it good.
Okay, just make sure you have 3% hydrogen peroxide to neutralize it should they start stressing too much. All right, excellent. So yeah, I'll look into the permanganate potassium. Having trouble with the chat bar. That's right, Jesse. I am a registered nurse, and I take care of a man in a wheelchair. So we do our thing, man. Yeah, that is a comet goldfish, and I ordered it over Next Day Fish or something like that. And they sell a bunch of koi as well, and they sell their goldfish with individual pictures as well. So when you're shopping online, you're like seeing what you're getting, sort of a thing. And she had beautiful yellow stripes on her when I got her, and now she is completely white. It's been really interesting to see these goldfish change in their coloration and whatnot. At one point, Junior, when he was a lad, turned black on all of his fins, had a little black mustache as well, and had black along the top side of his body. But then that all went away, and he was orange completely, and now he's white, and he's got orange in his fins. Yeah, she is, and oh, what is going on? The to-do list is uncontrollable now. Yeah, I don't even make a list, and I'm resistant to make lists, but I do well with lists. You know what I mean? Like, I try to refuse a structured schedule, but I do well with a structured schedule. Object defiance disorder, maybe something. Just get another cup. All right, guys. Hang on. Laptop in hand, he roams the land. It's going to be a procrastinator, but I'll do it tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about, Jeff. Joke man. So yeah, more of that in the new year. More laughs, more joy. You know what I mean? Like, there's strange weather out there. We need to balance it with chill times in the fish room.
Like I said, I got lots of plants that are overgrown everywhere and stuff like that. We could do some thinning out. We could be playing with some hardscape, stuff like that, rearranging some tanks in the new year and, show them off every week. And I think that that would be fun. I guess we can put my camera back on since I'm back at my desk. Yes, Boots Cats, part of the procrastinator's credo. We must have a deadline in order to get anything done. Hello, Melvin's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Life Lessons crew, welcome in. Legacy Riders! Yes, that's true. Every fish keeper late in the game of life needs to be grooming someone or in contact with someone to handle that for the family if the family's not into it. I just figure Eddie's going to outlive me because he's younger, and he lives a lot cleaner than I do too. So I just figure Vibes is going to come over and take care of it. I haven't asked him yet, but it's a conversation we need to have at some point. But yeah. Because, yeah, my wife would definitely need a hand with it. Right, June, but we both know that you are not going to stop buying fish anytime soon. You know what I mean, girl? You know what I mean? At the very least, you're not going to stop winning them. You know what I mean? You're one of the luckiest gals alive. Yeah, Boots Cats, exactly. Will you be my fish's godparents? Yeah, June. I mean, like they might not all be Oscars, you know what I mean? But I mean, once you get your own Swassertang like kingdom going and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like you're probably gonna want some shrimp mix in there, you know what I mean? Like have them walking all over it, being all cute with their little legs. Well, yeah, Catahoulas. I mean, like Eddie and I's relationship is pretty much, we're not going to tell each other something that we wouldn't tell you. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have an honest and open relationship. I have no problems. I have no problems asking him something during a live stream. He has no problems asking me something during a live stream. I mean, I haven't even seen that. He lives in my town, and I haven't seen him that often. So it's one of those things. I really am unavailable. I have really nested in here with my work schedule and living at night. Yeah, the Rays have your son's interest already. All right, well, that's good. Yeah, no, I love it. Like I think I've bought it 3 times, and I think that it died the first time. The second time, I put it in different places, and it took off in a couple different tanks. It's in a bunch of other tanks as well, but it hasn't like taken off like it has in my 40-gallon and in one of my pairs of angels I have in a 20-gallon. Just like took over, did well. Right, you started labeling your tanks, Kalish. It's important. Thank you, Melvin. The little one that's behind the thing right now is flashing, and we're going to use some potassium permanganate to treat for external parasites because it's definitely a flashing type thing. Because yeah, she's definitely irritated, and it's at the point now where it's like, okay, well, I need to do something. It's not getting better on its own. Yeah, Darlene. Yeah, man. Like it'll be random, and you'll be like, wait, I live there. You know what I mean? And like you'll find out. You know what I mean? Like you'll have some buddies. You know what I mean? Like you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? It'll be like mid conversations. You'll find out in the chat. Somebody will say where they're from, and you'll be like, what? I didn't even know. That is true, Kalish. And yeah, a lot of people shy away from thinking about it. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not sure whether that's the best idea. I'm not sure that you need to get up in death's face either. You know what I mean? Which has been my choice, being a nurse and stuff like that. I cut my teeth as a nursing assistant in a old folks home, and then I've been at the hospital. And hey, man, not everybody goes to the hospital and makes it. You know, so seen a fair amount of death in my day. It does kind of change the way you think about it. 68 Oscars. It's a lot of Oscars, Jan. But good for you. Yeah. So June, like, what happened to the Lemon Oscars? Yeah, they just declined and died in 4 hours, and you don't know what got them. Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing about this is like sometimes your fish don't make it, and you're not exactly sure what happened either. You know what I mean? And like then you sometimes like spend a lot of time trying to figure out what happened, and you still don't have a definitive answer. And I've had some friends who lost a family member, and there's you know what I mean, still like no definitive answer as to what happened. And yeah, it can be distressing and whatnot. But then even if you get to the end of the search for what happened and find out what happened, like it still doesn't change the fact that they passed away. So but I sure do like watching them. And after being a goldfish tank for 4 years, that fluorite in the bottom of that tank is just ready to have some rooted plants in it. But every time I think about moving these goldfish somewhere, I think about how much I would miss their little begging faces, because the tank is right next to the door to the fish room and the door to my bedroom. So you pass by the fish tank several times a day. And then when I'm in the living room, I'm looking over at the fish tank quite a bit. And when the lights are out in this tank and they are resting, they all gather together, and they're all like touching sides and stuff, and they all like kind of like snuggle down together, and it's the cutest thing ever. I love it. Good night, Jeff. So only Oscars. You lost 2 tanks of Oscars in 1 week. And I guess you just like quarantined those tanks and whatnot, and then it stopped, which is great because you have so many fish tanks and stuff like that. It's like it's easy for something to run the entire fish room, you know. So that's pretty good. But yeah, no, that's rough. And what? There's all sorts of viruses that, first of all, we would have trouble identifying. You know what I mean? And then even if we could, there's not much you could do about it as well. I mean, technology has gotten better and stuff like that, but I mean, like, if you're not a dog or a cat, you know what I mean? Like, it gets a little bit harder to treat your pet and diagnose your pet. You know what I mean? Like, so Berto is the last of the lemons. You treat your tanks as quarantine tanks, separate everything. Yeah, I could possibly do that. But I would have to. I do all my water changes at once, so I would have to have like a dip for the pump in between tanks, and then I'd have to purchase some more nets to have a separate net for every tank. But I don't use a net every week. I mean, I do kind of sometimes to get the duckweed off, but I could also just get it off with my hand. Then I would have to wash my hands in between each tank. Nets are cheap. Yeah, but that couldn't hurt. But yeah, I've got glass outside. So I'm ready to like cut some lids and stuff like that. Like all the tanks in the garage right now do not have a lid. The tanks inside do. I'm kind of doing the opposite now. I just started an experiment taking water from one tank to top up another. I use water usually from the 40 gallon. And I put that directly into a bucket that is holding extra Freshwater tank. So I feed my Freshwater tank that's in a bucket every week, and it seems to be doing fine as long as there's not a lid on it. Like I haven't tried it with a lid, but like it seems to be fine with getting less light. You know what I mean? Like being in a bucket and being on the floor. Only Oscars never uses water. Yeah, I don't. I do with the Freshwater tank because I don't want to just fill it up with water from the tap. I feel like it might need some food as well. So I've been feeding it from a tank that the Freshwater tank was happy in. It's basically what I do. And so I'm refreshing the water that way, but it's just for the plants that are in a bucket for storage. Other than that, all of my water goes onto my lawn, and I save water for the house plants for my wife. And I keep a 5-gallon bucket of water from water changes in the fish room so that my wife can refill containers that she uses to water her plants. All right, Debs has a grandbaby update. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, 2025. He's doing really well. Now army crawling. Thank you for asking. Well, that is sweet, Debs. I know that grandbabies are special. I like babies in general. Babies are the best patients. And Boots Cats is taking water from a tank where all your plants thrive and the hair algae disappeared to add to one where the plants struggle and the hair algae took over. I like this experiment, Boots Cats, and I want to hear more about it as it progresses. So feel free to be part of a weekly update. You know what I mean? Come here, update me on my show. You know what I mean? And we'll all learn together. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm interested to see if that helps. It's not the hair algae that bothers me. What's the one that's not an algae? It's actually bacterial that has the bubbles in it. That one. Not as much. No. I don't like the texture of that one. The hair algae is gross, but I like the way it like pulls. Like when you pull it, like it, I don't know, it kind of squeaks. Yes, cyanobacteria. Yeah. The slimy, snotty stuff, like I don't enjoy it as a texture very much. It's not my favorite. But if I can wash my hands afterwards, you know what I mean? Like I'm pretty indifferent. And I'm a nurse by trade, so I'm not opposed to like putting some gloves on my hands. Which I'm thinking about doing for when I'm like doing yard work or working with the car or anything like that. Anytime I get petrochemicals like on my hands, I'm thinking that I should just straight up use gloves for that, so that way, if hours later I do interact with my fish tanks and stuff like that, I'm not transferring a toxin into their aquatic environment. Because what I was putting a medication on my skin, and it had a bunch of the base of it was zinc oxide, right? So it's just very, very sticky, very, very hard to get off of your skin. I was trying to wash my hands afterwards. I was like, I should have just used gloves, man. Hi, Aquaballs. Welcome in, buddy. It is 12:24, the first witching hour of 2025. Let's do it, y'all. We did it. Congratulations. It's the middle of the night here in Central Texas. It is January 2nd. There you go. I actually medicated the 20-gallon tank for it, and it went away. No problem. One treatment. When I had cyanobacteria there on the Oscars. But yeah, look forward to more of the same. Like I said, I'm looking forward to, I'm not really planning on adding tanks this year, so it's not like a big growth year as far as tanks go for me. I figure I probably will be adding a few tanks at some point. But that isn't the main point of the year. The main point of the year is to gain some different plants and to manage the plants that I have. So yeah, that'll be fun. So it's not so much expanding the fish room so much as honing in on some aquascaping skills and plant trimming skills and stuff like that I don't have yet. So I'm very... Yeah, Boots Cat says that a single dose of erythromycin got cyano for her as well. Yeah, that was my experience with it. It was fairly easy to take care of. So yeah, and George, man, I love to see all the things that you're doing in your fish room, buddy. I'm so excited for you, bud. Moving the fish around. Hey, man, I still have one of the rice fish that you gave me. They all went away. I don't know whether they were dying off because of age or because they weren't happy with something in the tank, but I had them in a 10-gallon. I did have a baby survive once. So they did lay eggs, they did breed, you know what I mean? But I think the babies just got eaten up. But yeah, man, those were some fun fish. I might get some more from you. Bunch of new Tanganyika and cichlids coming soon for Aquaballs. That's awesome. Yes, Kalish, I agree. I want to I've got a bunch of sticks, right? Here, I can grab them. Big box. So I got a bunch of sticks, bought it in an auction a long time ago. And now there's spider webs all in it, probably spiders in there. So I got to take it outside and kick it every 15 minutes, try to get all the bugs out of there and then go through it and sort it again. But and you can see that it's dusty. Hold on. So I mean, like, see, it's got dust all over it and everything, but I have some that's, like as thick as my finger, and then a bunch of stuff like this, and it's all branching and whatnot. And then I have like some that are really small, like this. So I was thinking about actually cutting and gluing, you know what I mean, and actually like making like some interesting pieces and stuff like that, and then adding those to my tank, because not all of my tanks have rock hardscape or wood hardscape. The Some of my tanks with the wood hardscape are doing better than the ones without. So I feel like the wood does like add something. It gives like a lot of surface area for your bristle noses to gnaw on and whatnot, and your snails and your shrimp. And Kalish says, I just stuff a tank full of plants and hope. And that's what I've been doing. And now I have stuff like this going on. See, it's just too overgrown. You know what I mean? Like, that needs to be thinned out some more. And I've thinned it out a bunch. So I just need more of that. And my boost is taking off like gangbusters, actually going from the floor to almost the ceiling of the tank. And then you can see I've got a bunch of stuff floating on the surface that just needs places to live, like little bits of Anubias and all sorts of fun stuff. But yeah, this is one of those tanks that I show all the time. And like, it's got some interesting things going on there. But like the shrimp tank right next to it, like, that's all overgrown. It needs to be fixed. There's a big one right there. But yeah, I've got some overgrown tanks, and like, I want to do more with it. Like, that's completely overgrown. It's full of guppies, so like the fry are happy. But there you go, 20-gallon long. This is the one that I'm not doing water changes on, because I have so much pothos growing out of it. And as you can see, the leaves are like pretty huge. It all comes down the back. Look, like, that's as big as my hand. That's crazy. And if you look along the back there, got lots of life. Lots of life. So we're gonna let that like grow all over the fish room. That'll be fun. So that was my show and tell portion. Right. Want to be more intentional about placement. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. And I feel that as well, Boots Cat. So look at us. Twinsies. Yeah, I know Green Aqua. I like watching those videos. GNC, what's up, sir? We are freaking rocking in the new year, promising more of the same. Hopeful for some surprises and things to get accomplished in the fish room, no matter how much I resist and don't do it. You know what I mean? So be aware, changes are going to happen. We don't know when. But yeah, no, very cool. So yeah, I'm excited to do, because I mean, I've got 27 tanks in here, and you guys see the same 4. You know what I mean? There's a reason for that. There's not much to see in the other ones. If I did a little bit of work to them, you know what I mean? Like, there'd be something to show off. And doing one tank, you know what I mean? Like, spending some time with like one tank and like making it look better, and like putting a rock in there, or like, like clearing the plants away so you can see into the tank. You know what I mean? Like, it would. I mean, it would. It'd be something. So yeah. Yeah, the goldfish kill everything. So every plant in there is fake and covered in blackbeard algae. But and they grab the plastic plant and the blackbeard algae and shake their head and like pull on it. So they're doing it. Okay, so June, like one of your main goals of saving up for the fin dig is to like go get you some nice wood pieces. Yeah, no, it's true. The wood vendors have a lot of selection and are usually favorably priced over like your local fish store. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can get some deals out there like that piece of wood that's in the tank. I've had it for 4 years. It's ghost wood. I never cut it, but it barely fits in the 75-gallon. Like there's like an inch on either end of the tank. But yeah, I bought a $4 piece. I bought a 4-foot piece of ghost wood, and I think I paid $20 for it. I think I might have gotten a YouTuber special because I drank a lot with those boys that ran that booth. So I think that I might have gotten the handshake special on that. I also could be misremembering and paid $40 for it. I'm not sure. Now that I say that I might have paid $40 for it, now that's feeling maybe I did pay 40. What I think I paid $20. I think I was real excited about it. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, Boots Cats. Go the first day, figure out who your vendors are, you know what I mean? Then party hardy, you know what I mean? And then hopefully the price goes down when you go to get your thing the next day. Hopefully it doesn't go up. I guess it depends on how you do, but the socializing. But yeah, I'm excited to do some stuff. I've been feeling drawn to do some grounding type activities, like want to make some clay pots for my wife, stuff like that. I want like the little turntable, and then I want to take wet sand and then like make it a shape and then put cement over the top of it so that then like it dries and becomes a pot. So I think that making some pots for my wife might be a fun activity, and like I kind of want that uh, the shaping the sand and stuff like that. Like that's everything that you get out of like building sand castles and stuff like that, like hands in the dirt type stuff. I want to do some more stuff with plants this year. I'd like to grow some peppers and some cucumbers, some tomatoes. Good to see you, sir. Happy New Year to you, sir. Weird. Chat emergency. Yeah, I hate haggling as well. So I just ask what it costs. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm going to either buy it or I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to haggle with you. You know what I mean? Like, tell me what the price is. And it's just like, okay. Thank you. No, I'm good. I also have a hard time like putting price on my fish and stuff like that too. Like, I don't know. I think I just need to get over it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm trying to sell thousands of fish or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I only need a few orders to keep up with like what's going on in here. And the less trips to the post office, the better, right? Because that's stressful times. Money out. And that's why June doesn't sell anything. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But yes, I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out, helping me figure out what's going on with those fish. Looks like my camera's dead. So, yeah, some potassium permanganate. And I'll probably treat that whole tank. I'll watch some videos and get a good dosing. And help them out. And add an air stone. Yeah, boots cats. That's kind of a thing that like I would have trouble with as well. What you need is if you had a friend that was good at like pricing things, like you know what I mean, like they're into price, you know what I mean, and like feel like they are quite the shopper and quite thrifty and whatnot, you know what I mean, like they might help you choose a price that and like not overvalue it either, you know what I mean, because like sometimes you got friends who are like, well, if you made it, it's obviously awesome, so therefore it should be $5,000, you know what I mean, and you're like, yes, but I'm not sure how many people are willing to spend $5,000 on this type of thing, you know what I mean, like, so somebody that would like give you like a fair price assessment, because it would be easier for somebody that didn't make it to make some sort of an assessment, I feel. And maybe that would help. Because I feel like Eddie would run something by me and ask me what I think, and I would be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And I would do the same to him and be like, well, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Or if I had an opinion about it, I'd say something. You know what I mean? So yeah, Eddie or Curtis might be somebody that you could ask. I don't know whether they would feel comfortable doing that or not, but I mean, like they're approachable people. All right, the holiday for GNC. Your beautiful wife had a cool set of events for the family and I to ring in the new year, and it was one of the best so far. Well, that's pretty awesome. I ended up eating too much Pizza Hut and was tired because I switched my shift and whatnot and was up during the day and like needed to take a nap. So I think I missed a play. but we were watching movies with the niece, and our in-laws like got to go to a New Year's Eve party, and it was a cowboy theme, so they were both wearing boots and cowboy hats when they went out, and it was cute. They looked cute, and my niece Anna is very much into all those 80s films like Breakfast Club. We watched Breakfast Club. We watched Family Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We watched 16 Candles. And like I said, I missed a couple too. So it was like an 80s like movie night. You know what I mean? Which was pretty cool. I think I did see Teen Wolf on at one point while I was napping. But then my wife went to bed at 12:03, but she did make it to midnight, and I had just woken up. After my nap, and then I stayed up with Anna for like another 45 minutes, and she ended up going to bed just like 7 minutes before her parents came in the door. See, yeah, exactly. It was good. Oh yeah, smaller things like shrimp hides. Shady really liked the turtle shell hide I sent him for Secret Santa, so he's been making similar ones. Yeah, man. It might be interesting to look at the prices of said items. That other people might be making, you know what I mean? To like a Pleco cave? Like we can all agree that is somewhere between $10 and $16. You know what I mean? Like for a Pleco cave. You know what I mean? Like it seems like that's the way of it. So so you might be able to like kind of price it on that. Hello, Mexicali. Welcome in, buddy. Getting the low battery on the computer here. So we're going to shut it down here in the next few minutes. But okay, only Oscars watched Gladiator 2 and Red 1 and the last Alien movie, partly. There you go. Little triple feature. My wife got the stuff to make popcorn. She got the orange salt oil mixture, and then she got a special movie theater industrial popcorn salt that is like really, really fine. That is supposedly the movie theater quality salt. You know what I mean? And I will admit it was tasty popcorn. So like I'm into that, and using the Dutch oven and like cooking it on the stove and whatnot. She's like trying to up her popcorn game. Been craving movie popcorn, so like we figured that out, and we did do that up there while we were watching movies the whole weekend. So well, not weekend, the whole holiday on my weekend, which is the week. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, good times. We've been enjoying it for sure. Yeah, Mexicali, old school popcorn. Like so, like pieces of the popcorn are orange or yellowish. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, you put popcorn in a bag. Yeah. Very cool. We were eating out of disposable bowl paper plates. It was very nice. Everybody had their own little bowl. So yes, Happy New Year's, everyone. More of the same on this channel. But yeah, man, changes. Water changes. So yeah, man, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I got to change all the water in here, but you know, we got to listen to some music and let the water flow. It's going to be a good one. I'm doing all my water changes tonight, and then going to bed by 9 a.m. so that I can sleep and get up and go work the night shift. First shift of the new year. So I'll find out what my boy got up to for the New Year's, and we'll celebrate the first weekend of the New Year's. We do need to set a date, Mexicali. Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to set a date. Yeah, man, because I like talking to you anyway. So yeah, it would be a treat, honestly. So yeah, I just need to get it organized. Monday or Tuesday would be best for me, and after 7 p.m. would be good for me. I know that you do the night shift, and you don't care if we do it at night. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, so a Monday or Tuesday night would be good for me, and I'm down for whatever. So that's how my schedule works out. Like I can work with those 2 days. I don't usually have. I'm not planning on making any plans. You know what I mean? On those days, those are my off days. So yeah, man. I'm a week behind June. The goldfish tank is changed, but everything in here, it's 2 weeks. And like I said, it's been kind of like that for months now. So maybe I don't change my water every week. Maybe I change my water every 2 weeks. Maybe that's what I should say. But yeah, Mexicali, yeah, just send me some options that work for you, bud, and I'll pick one of those and we'll fly with it. It'll be great. I'm excited for that. And I'm sorry that it's taken so long, but you know, now that I've got so many more viewers, you know what I mean? Like I'm bringing more to the table than had we taken care of it a long time ago. I'm just saying, like 45 more. Influential. Oh, yeah. Party time. Boop. Good things come to those who know how to wait. That's right. And if there's anything that my channel teaches you is I will send it to you eventually. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't McDonald's. Oh man. But yeah, I think it's great. I'm looking forward to sharing with the community, and some packages going back and forth, and get some of these extra plants and fish out of here. You know what I mean? When it's convenient, and more of the same. I'd say it was a good year last year, reflecting back, and I look forward to the future. But mostly, I plan to stay in the moment and see how that goes. So GNC, almost 11. You got to wake up in the morning for work. So I will catch you later. I will catch you all later. See you later, neighbor.